Hey there, small business owners. Ever feel like you're always putting off updating your website? For most of you out there, building and maintaining an online presence can be overwhelming. Your day-to-day schedule can greatly impact necessary tasks like keeping your website up to date and planning marketing campaigns to stay competitive. Brand You Love offers monthly packages for website maintenance, marketing campaigns that help keep current customers engaged while attracting new ones, and social media strategies that keep you in touch with your customers. At Brand You Love, we do the legwork for you, so you don't have to. Contact us today at brand.love.com.
This is Desert City, a Dungeons & Dragons 5e actual play produced by TTRP Theater. I'm Duke. I play Ellen. Chris plays Theo. Dean plays Kevyn. And Jazz plays everybody else. If you've been listening, thank you so much. We've had a bit of an unplanned hiatus, but we are back and should be back on our regular weekly release schedule. Just remember that real life comes first. And take care of yourselves and those around you. If you are a person who is feeling sad or angry at the current state of things, know that we are with you. And if we know each other or if we don't know each other and you need someone to support you or talk to, feel free to reach out. I am at Invisible Duke on almost all social medias. You can reach us at RenCityPod, RenCityPod, on Twitter, and I mean it when I say it. I am the type of person that when I ask you, hey, how's your day? I am genuinely interested in how your day is. I hope this episode can bring you a little bit of joy. We have some laughs, and we learn a little bit more about the trio. And anyway, you'll hear it. Let's get into it. Welcome back to Desert City.
All right, let's start with a little recap. We opened up in the subterranean tunnels where Ellen's blast had forced the trio to take a different route. After a battle with some skeletons and rest for the night, you met some chill spiders. Kevyn used his dookie chain to communicate, and they offered a ride to Tallahassee. Despite some party members being weirded out, you trusted the spiders and were able to quickly get to the underground city inhabited by the albino bullywugs, learning it was not a fable at all. You met their leader, Shinsu, who admitted that they were in possession of the god's agate. You made a plea to them to use it in their shared battle against Arachon. They asked you to commune with them by placing your hands on a mushroom, where the spores of the mycelium network allowed you to communicate telepathically, as well as allow them to search your memories where they determined your intent was pure. After taking a bit of time to discuss amongst themselves, they came back and offered you their most powerful cleric, Lou Fantassa, to join your party, and he would hold the god's agate. You mounted the spiders and were on the way to topside, and that's where we are now. The spiders are moving with a deft swiftness, the wind almost painful against your ears. And for nearly 24 hours, it is non-stop travel.
Oh.
Everybody conserving energy, eating rations, taking small sips. You're exhausted, but finally, the spiders come to a quick halt, wiping the sleep away and trying to shake off the grogginess. You can see sunlight pouring through the opening of the subterranean entrance. The light hurting your eyes as you have been underground for nearly a week. Standing and waiting are four figures that you have become very familiar with. Wylam, Stelemy, Cassandra, and Gorn. Strangely, Brecken is nowhere to be found. Wylam approaches. I got a message through Jeb and Sheeny that you were on your way. Gorn, please report.
Has the mission been successful? Yeah, boss. We got it. We have been fighting many battles, trying to do our part. Dawil is weakened, but he is still very strong. I know you've only just arrived. I have no idea what you may need if you need rest, but timing is imperative. I think we almost have him in a position to be able to make an impact. Tell me, friends, what do you need from us? And how should we go about finding and defeating Dawil?
I think the first thing that we need is, I think we're gonna have to rest. We have been riding the backs of these spiders for, it's so gross. Almost a full day, no sleep. How pressing is this? Where is he still holed up in the church?
He is using Dawn Tower as a stronghold. Perhaps it would be helpful if everyone shared where we were in this battle. The Thieves Guild has largely been working as a communication platform between all of the rest of the parties. I've not dispatched many of my people into the war itself. I sent Gorn with you. That was my contribution for the most part. But we have been the ones who have been sending and coordinating the messages between the rest of the factions who are in this battle. I will turn it over first to Stelemy.
Mission report. We did pretty well. We were able to disrupt a lot of the supply chain and just stopped getting food and drink to Dawn Tower, forcing them to use their own rations every time that they would come out into the city to try and obtain something that they might need. We disrupted that, and it seemed to have a good effect. But I'm almost at the end of what I can do. They have what they have. We've disrupted the rest, and there's just not much that I can do from here.
Cassandra.
We took the most hits out of anybody. It's not been easy. About half of the citizens that I was supposed to protect are gone. I'll do anything to save the other half. I've got them hiding. I've got them holed up. I'm delivering food to them thanks to Stelemy and water. They're surviving, but they're scared.
Goresh, the orcs have been wreaking havoc. We have done what we could, but the enemies are strong. We have not been able to contact Brecken in 2 days' time. We don't know where he is. I think if you need to rest, take the rest. We need you at your full strength. But perhaps as we go back to the Spitting Camel, we can strategize about the best way to attack Dawil, how we can use this agate. Who has the agate, if I may ask?
All of you sort of preen your head towards a dark figure wearing robes that more or less cover his entire body. You can't tell he's a bullywug in these robes. He just looks like any other humanoid. The hood of the robe dips down to the point that you can't see or make out his face. And he just nods his head.
Do we know how to use this object against Dawil?
No, we haven't been enlightened to that fact. Perhaps the cleric knows. Maybe it's one of those, story moments where the person you least expect to come out of their shell comes out of their shell. I don't really know. I'm sorry, I'm a little delirious. The trip's been strange, to say the least. Did you know there were bullywugs?
I have known of the bullywugs for quite some time. After all, we have explored many paths of the tunnel. We've run into things that led to other discoveries, you know.
No, I didn't. I thought it was just like a, fairy tale to scare kids about not going down in the tunnels. Wasn't at all prepared for that. I thought we were headed for the catacombs under the palace.
Wait a second. Are you guys saying that bullywugs are real? I thought that was just a fairy tale.
Isn't that what I just said?
I can't believe it.
There's one sitting there right now.
You guys look over at Lou, and he grabs his hood and slowly removes it, revealing his frog-like face, completely devoid of any color, and his red eyes. Goresh and Cassandra and even Stellame, who knew that they existed but hadn't ever really met one, all kind of stand there in shock. And after a moment, he puts his hood back on.
Yep, they're real. Really nice, too. Like, surprisingly.
There's no need for fear-mongering.
Let us go and rest. We will decide how we are going to manage this problem that we currently have.
I mean, I'm not trying to be contrite. Is this a futile effort at this point? Where do we stand? I mean, obviously, he's holed up, but do we have siege equipment? Do we know ways in? Are there secret tunnels? Are there, if you've been this ineffective, well, I shouldn't say ineffective, that's a terrible word. If these are the results you have had so far, I don't know. Maybe I will figure it out.
Yeah, so you guys all start walking from the, getting out onto topside, feeling the sun against your face, and you're all walking over towards the spitting camel. Ellen, we know ways into. All right, Dean's got to hit the bathroom, so
Just keep going. I'm going to mute.
let's just take the 3 minutes. All good. Everybody else potty if you need to.
Go poop.
Sorry, dudes.
Go poop.
This is his 30-minute constitutional. He's going to be gone for a while.
Oh, it's going to be that kind of thing. Kevin's like, I am gone for the rest of this. I'm there, but I'm not there.
You just get rest. I got a massive shit to take. Everybody stands around waiting for Kevyn to come out of the building.
Exactly. You get to the spitting camel, and Kevyn immediately goes into the bathroom. And Wylam says, we really can't move forward without Kevin's expertise, so I guess we'll all just wait until he's done shitting. Traemor's like, I'm going to the bathroom too.
It's like girls at the bar.
Mm-hmm. After Traemor, Gorn's like, Goresh is like, I also have bathroom need. He goes in the bathroom. All the boys are in the bathroom doing what they do.
Looking in the mirror.
Maybe making it weird.
Drawing selfies, making it weird, yep.
Drawing selfies.
God damn it. I put you on mute and took me with you, and you're sitting there chatting in my ears. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Hey, look, I'm trying to drop one real quick. Jesus Christ.
Damn. Yeah.
We're all having a conversation about your shit.
I know better next time. I'll leave the fucking phone behind.
That's good stuff.
Hey, right. a full day on riding a spider's back, work something up.
Yep. Got to take care of some business.
Effortless.
So you guys are walking down the street, feeling the sunlight on your face for the first time in quite a while. You're tired. Your brains are not functioning at their highest performance levels. And Wylam just incessantly wants to talk strategy with you. Ellen, we have ways to get in, but what we don't have is somebody powerful enough to take down Sunrise Lord Dawil. That was the point of this mission, was to get some sort of artifact that might be powerful enough to take it down.
Yes, and we have it. It's with the Bullywug cleric. It's
His name's Lou.
Lou. Thank you. I mean, it seems to me as
you guys are being very cynical. The fight's going to happen. It's already happening. This is not an optional endeavor. We need to get our mindset right.
Well, I don't know how it works between clerics. Do you have some sort of connection, or Eos, would you have a connection to Brecken? A way to determine maybe where he is?
You not know any wizards that can scry?
Generally, the wizards that I know who can scry, they have to have some object from Dawil, a lock of his hair or something of that nature, in order to complete the scrying spell. And at this time, we have nothing.
I have something.
Okay. What?
And I pull out the ledger. This is straight from Dawil's office.
Well, we know where Dawil is. I'm wondering where Brecken is.
Oh. Yeah, I can't help you with that. Do you know what his last whereabouts were? Do you know, do you know anything? Do you have any place to start as far as that goes?
My network was delivering messages to a small fort that was southwest of Dawn Tower. But the last 2 days, there were no messages out, and there was no one to give the messages to. The fort has been abandoned without a trace of where they might have gone.
Stuff you stole, Ellen, have any relation back to Brecken?
No,
None of it did?
No. Nothing was taken from Brecken's office. It was all...
Right.
God, that was so brazen.
Well, unfortunately, we may be down a critical participant, but we will do what we can. You finally reach the Spinning Camel. The rooms have already been prepared. You walk in. It kind of looks more like a war room than a bar. There are maps. There are people in groups discussing it. The tenor is very serious. As you walk in, Ellen, you see Lurlani. She has a huge smile on her face, and she comes running at you guys with her hands out as if she's ready for an embrace.
I move out of the way so she can hug her brother.
That's exactly what she does. She makes a beeline for Gorn, gives him a big hug. They immediately sort of peel off of the group. Eos turns to you and says, I am so exhausted, my boys. I'm going straight to bed. If there's anything that you shall need from me, please tell me now.
Nothing that I can think of.
Very well. Get some rest. We have much to do tomorrow. And he disappears directly upstairs into one of the rooms. And so that's the four of you, which includes Traemor and Lou. And what would you guys like to do?
Loof and Trassa.
He nods.
Are we in rooms together? Are we in separate rooms? What's the...
You tell me. How would you like to quarter up for the evening? You're pretty much the generals of this war at this point, in some ways. And so
The sky's the limit for you guys. You can, Wylam will make whatever arrangements you'd like.
Dude, I drive the cart. What are you talking about, General?
Theo points to various women in the shadows and motions for them to follow, and he walks down the hallway with a harem of women following him to his room.
Okay.
Where'd that come from?
Theo disappears with four random women, of all kinds of different races. He was not specific at all. He was like a dwarf woman. There was an orc, a human.
No, he was very specific. He pointed directly at that dwarf woman and motioned her to follow him.
Okay. So he was perusing.
And I'm definitely not sleeping in Ellen's room or in Theo's room tonight.
And why these women decided to join, I don't know. Hey, you know what?
Bravado.
Why don't you give me a charisma check with advantage?
Theo thinks he's gonna die.
No, I get it. But these are not prostitutes. So roll a charisma check.
They all think they're gonna die.
I got 10.
You got a 10? One of the four follows you. She's very, very...
Oh, only one of them.
She's very homely looking, but she's like, yeah, I'm down with that. And she follows you to your room.
Question. Is it the dwarf?
We get in the room, and I close the door behind us. It is the dwarf woman.
It is the dwarf. Okay, I got a question. Do dwarf women have beards?
Hell yeah, they do.
Mm-hmm.
They do. Okay.
She's very hairy all over.
This woman has a Fu Manchu.
Yes.
So, we go into the room, and I close the door, and I turn around. I'm
Cutscene.
Listen, I'm really sorry. I don't mean to objectify you. I know what you do for a living, but I need your help. I was hoping more of you would follow me.
I thought I was just here to have a good time.
Right. How would you feel about just listening for me? I know there are spies in every group. There are evildoers in every room, and I know you guys would hear that. Have you heard anything about anyone operating against us?
Dude, she's not a hooker.
Just let him have his moment.
But they're not hookers.
They're not.
Right. He's like, I know what you do for a living.
I do.
I'm a Mason. I'm a Mason.
I haven't heard much in the way of the people here working against you. Of course, we are all fighting the same battle against those who are trying to control the city. But as far as what I've experienced here at the Spitting Camel, I've not heard anything in terms of a mutiny against the goal.
Good. Okay, well, that's what I had hoped. I just, ear to the ground, if you see anything, if you hear anything, let me know. I just want to make sure that nothing surprises us.
As you're saying this, she circles around you and she starts rubbing your back.
Oh.
You're very tall, and so she's pulled out a chair and she's standing on the chair and she's rubbing your shoulders as you're giving her this speech. I just want you to know that.
This is very relaxing. I appreciate this. Your mustache is tickling my back, but she's
nuzzling up to your ear.
I'm gonna lay down and get some rest.
You could feel her mustache just gently brushing against your ear.
I'm gonna lay down and get some rest.
And cutscene.
You go down to lay down, and she follows you.
And cutscene.
She lays down with you, and we're back into the
Fade
bar.
to black.
Yeah, we're back into the bar. And Ellen, Lou, Traemor, and Kevyn are still there.
Ellen, how important is Brecken to the mission?
We still have Eos. Theo also, we all know our way around Dawn Tower well enough. I was hoping that Brecken was going to be able to get some of the clerics on the inside and start a bit of a guerrilla movement, a bit of sabotage, within the church itself. But it seems that either he's been found out, or so for his importance at this point, if he's incommunicado, I don't know that we have the time or the resources to go searching the whole city for him. Is he worth it? Yes. We should save as many people in Kalimport as we can, but I think that the larger mission of removing Ericon is the most important.
Of course. What about hitting the street, just seeing what we can find out? Last whereabouts, last seen. Kevin's gonna go to his backpack. He's gonna pull out the mullet wig.
If you need help in doing that, I'm with you. But is it better to go now? We're exhausted.
Exhausted, yeah. He ain't gonna be able to muscle through. All right. Rest first. We'll discuss it tomorrow.
I mean, it makes sense if tomorrow we are splitting up our efforts. If you want to, if you want to go hit some spots and see if you can't find out some things from some of the people but I mean, look around you.
Yeah. It don't look like it's been too victorious up here.
I mean, it was bad enough when we left. I'm not going to stop you from trying to go gather information. That's not at all what I'm trying to do.
It'd be tomorrow. Yeah. Let's regenerate and come back and think about it tomorrow. See what the elders think.
Hey, Kevin.
Yeah.
Can I bunk with you?
Absolutely not.
Oh. Hey, Ellen.
Yes, Traemor.
Can I bunk with you?
Sure.
Traemor.
Yeah.
I talk in my sleep. I don't want you to hear my secrets.
Okay.
It's nothing against you.
Okay. I just wanted a bed.
Yeah, there's a bed. You can sleep in my room, Traemor.
What does that guy look like that you're looking for? Who is he?
I describe Brecken.
Because, like, sometimes there's a guy that kind of looks like that who, like, hangs out in my village.
Well, you would have known him from the church, I would think. Well, maybe not. If you were just washing dishes in the kitchen.
Yeah, I didn't know that many people except, like, that one guy who was traveling with us, he came down sometimes. He was nice. But most of the time, I just stayed in the kitchen.
Kitchen staff.
I don't know. Sometimes there's guys that look like they are, like, wearing, like, those robes and things like you're describing, and they come to our village, like, when they don't want to be found, because, like, nobody comes to our village.
There you have it. Well, that might be worth following up.
Well, I think that's a question for Goresh.
See if he's laying low. Maybe he's injured.
Yeah, so, like, maybe tomorrow maybe if you want, I'll even do it, but, like, maybe somebody could go, like, to my village and see if maybe he's there, or other people that you guys might know might be there.
Great, Traemor. That's great. And listen, you can have your own room. You're a hero, Traemor. You got that status.
I sleep in a room with 12 other people sometimes, so, like, I just feel more comfortable if there's other people in the room.
Like a puppy pile. Okay. The rest of us are going to go upstairs and get one room and have a puppy pile.
So you guys go up. You guys go up to a room.
I mean, canonically, there are only 4 rooms at the Spinning Camel.
You guys have the intent. You want to go into different rooms, but you can't because they're all occupied and there's just the one left. So you all 4 of you have to go into the one room. Everybody lays down, and you guys sleep for the evening. And
hold on, I have something, please.
Okay, yeah, of course.
So we get to the room. Everybody's bedding down. Ellen, I'm not worried about a bed or any of those things. I put a bedroll out, kind of in the corner, and light some incense and just trying to free my mind a little bit Theo saying we got to get into the right mindset got me thinking. And I grab a little incense burner off of the table, bring it down in front of me and light some incense and just, have the scent of the smoke and just trying to clear my mind. And after, I think Ellen kind of loses track of time, and the breathing and he's just running through all of these scenarios in his brain and trying to calm himself, trying to, shove all of that one thought at a time out of his mind.
Going deep.
And he just keeps thinking back, and he finally he's focused on, he finally finds that thought, and it's just the wind rushing through his ears as he's riding on the back of that spider. He's just using that sound of that wind to try to just clear everything out, and he's humming to himself and the wind in his ears, and he's humming to himself and the wind in his ears. And the brazier, the incense, kind of all at once poof into a puff of like white smoke. And sitting in the little incense holder is a tarantula. And it kind of puts one leg up at him and then both front legs up at him. And Ellen, I scurry back, right? Not a fan of spiders. It just kind of makes its way toward me an inch at a time. I kind of freeze against the wall.
Kevyn smashes that bastard with his shoe.
No.
And it just gingerly, easily kind of makes its way up. And it's just sitting like crisscross applesauce. And it's just sitting right in front of me. In my mind, I hear, "What would you call me?" And I unintentionally cast Find Familiar.
Ah, all right.
A tarantula, huh?
Yeah.
And what do you call this tarantula?
Harry?
Harry?
I mean, that's a little too on the nose. Nope. Harry.
Perfect. It's not descriptive. It's a family name.
So I have a tarantula familiar.
Perfect.
And you don't like spiders.
And I don't like spiders.
Awesome.
Fitting.
Would it be considered a small creature?
Oh, yes.
Awesome. So your familiar Harry sitting crisscross applesauce in front of you. And once you name him, you catch a spark of recognition in his eyes, like he understood what was happening. Harry approaches you and gingerly but carefully crawls onto you, walks up your leg, up your torso, and nestles in on your shoulder.
And I mean, you can tell that I'm very anxious at the whole process, but at the same time, you hear me say under my breath, "Magic thing's pretty fucking cool."
And you're elf, so do you only need to rest for 4 hours?
Yes.
Everybody goes to bed. You go through this ritual of clearing your mind and accidentally find your familiar. And with the remaining 4 hours, you drift off to sleep. And we cut to the next morning. This is Desert City, a D&D5E actual play produced by TTRP Theater. I'm your Dungeon Master, Jazz. Theo is played by Chris Freedom. Ellen is played by Duke Walter. Kevyn is played by Dean Martin Jr. TTRP Theater is a group of actors, artists, and gamers from all walks of life that play a diverse set of games in a diverse set of styles. We have a wide array of content available for free on YouTube. Search TTRP Theater and subscribe to our channel. Follow us on Twitter at TTRP Theater. We'd love to hear your feedback. Comment on YouTube or tweet about the show using hashtag RenCityPod. That's RenCityPod. Or follow us at the same handle, at RenCityPod. Be good to one another. See you next time.